All right, guys, we have some major news to cover on today's video. So welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Further Beyond Gaming. My name is Cody GT, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Now, on Genshin Impact's official Twitter page, they just went ahead and provided this documentation or notice right here, or tweet I should say. We have recently received a lot of feedback from travelers regarding issues with the character Zhongli. We'd like to take this opportunity to have a conversation with everyone to share our thinking to Zhongli. This was something that I anticipated was going to happen because of the uproar. I already had that pulled up. I don't know why I clicked on it again. With the uproar about Zhongli, a lot of times Mihoyo from their other game, Honkai Impact, will always put out some announcement if there was some debate about a character or if there was an uproar about a character for some reason or another. And I anticipated this happening because, of course, as you all know, Zhongli created a lot of controversy within the Genshin Impact community. So let's go ahead and take a look at what they have to say, and then we'll kind of dissect everything. So it says, "Dear travelers, we have recently received a lot of feedback from travelers regarding issues with the character Zhongli. The developers have placed great importance on Zhongli's performance since offline testing began. We have been collating, reviewing, and analyzing everyone's feedback and have had many discussions about it internally. Of course, we apologize profusely for the lateness of our response, which has left a bad impression on everyone. The truth is that since the character was launched, we have been closely following the situation, both in terms of reviewing the feedback on social media and in terms of analyzing the game data on how people are obtaining, building, and using Zhongli. Now, I will say that this right here is actually a really good thing. That means that the developers are up to date and are always watching content creators, videos and their analysis on characters, especially when it comes to, mathematical breakdowns, when it comes to damage output and things of that nature from the content creators that go that extra mile. So that's a good thing. At least we know that they are watching and, looking at content in general. A lot of developers are not in touch with the player base or their game even in general. So this is at least a good takeaway right there. Now, moving on, we'd like to take this opportunity to have a conversation with everyone to share our thinking on Zhongli. When we design something, we hope to ensure that the player experience and the mechanics are as diverse as possible. The same is true of Zhongli's design. Zhongli is defined as more of a support character, and the core of the support role is the ability to protect other characters in the party. Based on this, we defined his two core abilities as shield creation and controlling the enemy. So I did want to go ahead and touch on that really quickly. I've mentioned this in a couple of previous videos, as well as other content creators mentioned this as well, that Zhongli's design was for that support role, that tank role, that type of, I go in there, I control the area, I control the enemies, and I allow my other characters, my other party members, to be able to do what they're designed to do. So whether that's a main DPS, to go in there and be able to do their main DPS thing and not be affected by the enemies with that shield and things of that nature. And I think where the uproar and where the issue lied with Zhongli is that I think the majority of the people expected him to be this one-shot god, this amazing damage dealer that had a lot of versatility, and he did not end up being that, or that his skills were going to be just too OP. And I understand all of that, and that's, something to where there might have been some misled information, or, trailer might have been a little misleading, things of that nature. But Zhongli, and I mentioned this before as well, was always designed to be a support tank type of role and be able to do some decent damage on his ultimate. That's what he was made to do from the beginning, and I mentioned that before, but I think people expected him to be different, and I think that's where the issue lied mostly, for the most part. Alright, anyways, moving on from there. Where was I? Okay. The Jade Shield, generated by holding Dominus Lepidus, provides effective absorption and cover without relying on any other equipment. Planet Befall exerts effective control over groups of enemies without relying on elemental reactions or equipment bonuses. From a design standpoint, these two features enable Zhongli to fulfill his role as a support character, and from a review of actual game data, we have discovered that Zhongli is, in fact, effectively improving travelers' survival capabilities. So what this is really referring to is that it allowed, especially, players that are on the mobile device who are not effectively being able to be as skillful as, let's say, PC or PS4 players, just because from a control standpoint, and even beginner players, to have a better a better playability, a better experience with the game, because you don't have to be so skillful. If you have Zhongli on your team, you can be slightly mediocre, for lack of a better term, and still be able to, clear content and do really well, because if you throw up Zhongli's shield, you petrify the enemies. It doesn't allow the enemies to hit you as often. You can make more mistakes and still be very effective and be able to clear content very effectively with your main DPS and things of that nature. So I think Zhongli was meant to be really for the players that are on the mobile device that are not as skillful, or for beginner players who are just joining the game, because when Zhongli dropped, he brought a lot of hype and a lot of new players to the game. And so if you pull for Zhongli, he just makes things easier for you. You not being able to, have to learn iframes and things of that nature to be able to take advantage of that in-game mechanic. So, yeah, that's what I believe they were going for when it comes to the design of Zhongli. Now, in terms of developing Zhongli and improving his abilities, Zhongli is a character who principally receives HP-related benefits, unlike some other characters who are focused on improving damage. The main way in which HP improves Zhongli's ability is by helping him to survive. In contrast to high damage dealers, Zhongli's role is to provide secure and stable protection for the party in all manner of combat environments, and that's just alluding to what I was mentioning earlier, is that you put that shield up and then you take out your main DPS and let your main DPS do its thing without being too concerned about taking damage and dying, in a sense. So moving on from there, whenever we make adjustments to challenge stages, aspects of the open world systems, and characters themselves, we always start with a comprehensive analysis of character combat statistics, user feedback, and character ethos before making a careful and considered plan. Currently, we are engaged in deep analysis of Zhongli. In future versions, we will continue to analyze, assess, and adjust things so that all the characters you love have their roles to play and moments to shine. We can only ask that travelers continue to be patient in the meantime. In addition, we have discovered from player feedback that there is indeed a bug affecting Zhongli at present. After Zhongli's level 2 Constellation Stone, the Cradle of Jade, is activated, casting an elemental burst may not trigger the damage boost of the elemental resonance effect. Enduring Rock. The developers are currently working on a fix, and we estimate that the issue will be fixed in an update on December 10th of 2020. That's right around the corner. Travelers will also be compensated accordingly with hopefully some primos. Please be assured that the developers will continue to monitor travelers' in-game experience and social media feedback in the same way we have been doing up until now. Your generous support is our biggest motivation as we seek to continually improve Genshin Impact. Now, I know that there are some videos out there already, and this came from, I believe, the Chinese version of the response to Zhongli, stating that he is going to be getting a buff of some sense, or alluded to that. When I read this, I do not see anything stating that he is going to get a buff. This is just reaffirming that when they released Zhongli and they designed him for a specific purpose, and we as a community, at least some of us, interpreted it in a different way, or had anticipation or expectations of Zhongli in a different way than he was initially supposed to be designed. It looks like what they're stating is that they're doubling down and stating that Zhongli was never meant to be a main DPS. He was meant to be a tank and support, and from our testing and what we reviewed, he's doing that pretty effectively. And so it doesn't sound like he's getting a buff. All it sounds as if he's getting a fix, because this seems to be a bug of Zhongli. So that's just my interpretation. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Let me know if I am just interpreting this wrong, that there is a hint of some buff that is coming here at some point in time. I don't see that. I see that they stated that he was meant to be a support and tank, and he does that role really well. I don't see where they're stating, we understand you're upset and we're gonna buff his damage. I don't see that anywhere. So I just see that they're gonna be fixing him where he's bugged. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this response. Let me know if you're the one that is upset about Zhongli not being what you expected him to be, or not as strong as you were hoping he would be, and him being, as you can see, underperforming as even a support or a tank, which I don't feel as if that's the case. Yeah. So anyways, guys, quick video. Did want to touch on this and because I found it to be very interesting response to Zhongli's issue. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something from it. If you did, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, especially if you love Genshin Impact content. I will see you guys in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.